I will make it work. Damn it. Damn it, son.
Hey guys, it's Maggie.
And Kassidy.
And thanks for tuning in to Butt Dialed,
the podcast where we talk about all the things you said while you thought no one was listening. Today is a little bit less structured than normal. We're kind of rolling with it. So, if you learn anything today, if it's entertaining, if you gain anything from the show, don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
Yeah, so let's dive into it.
I forget every time.
Yeah.
I'm just like looking at you in the camera.
I'm like watching Maggie in the camera. I'm like, is she going to say it? Is she going to say it? Do I have to rescue us? Is she going to say it? She always comes through eventually. Anyways, so we are recording this on Tuesday. What happened over the weekend? What'd you do? Anything fun?
Scarlett had a birthday party.
Whoop, whoop.
And my brother was home. We surprised my mom with him.
Tell about your brother. No one realized that, like, your brother's home just kind of, like, who cares?
So he is in the Air Force. He pretty much, like, jumped ship and went into that when he turned 18. So, yeah, he's been gone since then. He plans to retire from it, I think. It would be very smart of him.
Yes.
It was very smart of him to leave, too, to be honest.
Yeah, because what would he be doing right now, you think? If he did,
probably like working at GP or Seminole, like a.
Which, I mean, nothing's wrong with that, but I think it's cool that he like got out and.
It's very rare. I feel like for people to like leave, and
yeah,
I feel like
actually stay on.
For you to leave, it's usually like having to join the military or something. But yeah, so we planned this a couple months ago, and I was like, let's surprise my mom. He was here last year, and before that, it had been when Scarlett was like 1, so that was like 4 years in between. He likes to go big gap between like coming.
Well, that's because he's the favorite child.
Yeah.
So he like builds
joke.
the anticipation up, and then he comes back and it's like, oh, my favorite kid.
We always joke that he's the favorite child, but we all know he is the favorite child.
Okay, he's definitely the favorite child.
So little backstory: Zach is a little bit older than me. He's like 29. He was a nerdy, like quiet kid that did literally no wrong.
He was a gamer.
He was a gamer. He's still a gamer. But yeah, so he was like the perfect kid, and I wasn't even bad. It's just I think I was more like fast paced and wanting to do shit, and he like was just chill and just good. And I always got caught with stuff. Zach was the angel, so he just never got caught with it. I don't even know how. He probably has done worse things than I have, to be honest.
Do you think so? Because I mean now, yeah, probably, but like before, I don't know.
I think he did. If y'all have any stories about Zach, let me know.
Yeah, email him in, buttdialedpodcast@gmail.com.
So, yeah, he jumped ship and did that, and we were like, let's surprise Mom, because she would not think that he would come this soon since he was here last year, literally. So, I picked him up from the airport. I was 2 hours late because of fucking Jacksonville traffic. We got him, and we were supposed to meet at Longhorn for dinner, and we said it was like my aunt's birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
He comes in holding Scarlett in front of him, and my mom literally like waves and says hey to him, and like it didn't click that it was
so
him.
serious.
I swear
Did
to God.
Really?
And then she starts crying because she realized it was him.
Favorite child.
Yes. And then we just hung out all weekend.
She didn't know.
I swear to God.
That's such a Michelle thing.
Yeah. So yeah, and then he left yesterday. So we'll see you in like 5 years, Zach.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was my weekend.
Yeah, we didn't do much. We hung out at the house for the most part.
That's usually us.
We had someone over. Our foundation is like wonky. We bought this house to be a rental house, and like we knew it had some foundation issues, but now that we've been living there, the foundation issues have like
way worse than you thought.
Skyrocketed.
Yeah.
No, it's like there's more shifting now that people are walking in there.
Oh yeah.
So we had to get that taken care of because I don't really want to fall through the floor. That would be a. If I do, somebody better take a picture and post on my Facebook. That way I make some money off of it at least. But anyway, so we had that done Sunday. Nicole, Daniel's daughter, had her birthday, so we tagged along for that. Which we went to the melting pot. I don't understand.
I've never been.
It's not good. Like, don't waste your time.
That's where they have like the cheese and stuff.
This is like the funniest idea ever to me, and it's brilliant. Whoever came up with the idea, like, hey, I'm going to invite all these idiots out to eat at my restaurant, and they're going to pay $100 for 2 people, and they're going to come in and they're going to do the same thing they do in their kitchen, but I'm going to give them worse equipment to do it, and they're going to love it.
I have heard the equipment sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, so if you don't know, the melting pot is a place where you go in and you cook your own food. What am I going out to eat for if I got to cook my own food?
They're brilliant, to be honest.
It's a genius business idea because it's an experience. So like us idiots fall for it. But anyway, so we got the one where you get the griddle and you cook your steak on it. Well, they don't bring you butter, oil, nothing.
Seasoning?
They're seasoned. Everything's seasoned and ready to go. But this griddle, it was pre-seasoned with like a little bit of oil. But once that was gone, and so we're just burning stuff at this point. I mean, the whole restaurant smells like smoke, and Nicole's throwing ice on it too to kind of like steam the little vegetables. So it just looks like there's like an uproar of steam coming from our table. I know they were like, these hicks, da 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 da.
You should have brought the oil.
Literally so the salad I had was really good, but then the dessert was really good. So if I ever go back, it will solely be just for
and salad.
Dessert. And maybe a salad.
Have you ever been to that Sugar?
Yeah.
I've never been there either.
Yeah, that place was very ghetto.
I've heard the same thing, that it's like...
overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drink was actually terrible. We got one drink. We went for, I think, Kyla's birthday one year. But it was very, very overrated, and it was very ghetto and kind of dirty in there.
Oh, God.
So it was a very interesting dynamic. But anyways, that's all we did. Yeah, that's all we did. So it's because this drink, I haven't been drinking caffeine, and I went to Riverfront today, and now that I have caffeine, I'm going to be all
I
all over the
usually
place.
just do like the tea and then give Hunter my packet of Lift Off, because if not, then I'm like zooted the whole day. And since she has like new flavors at Riverfront that she's like, I guess, doing now. One is really good, but I'm just doing the whole thing, so I'm gonna be like, I got a medium, so I'm not like dying.
Everything.
Yeah,
like if you don't try everything, it's a problem.
Yeah.
How do you feel like your business is going now compared to when you started? Do you feel like because I can see it, and I just wonder if you can tell, but I feel like you are way more consistent now than like you ever have been.
Yes, but I did have a TED Talk the other day about people canceling, like,
well, I think you need that
last minute, which I should have clarified on there. Those are more of like new clients. I'm a lot more easygoing with my like consistent clients, because again, like when I said in the video, like shit happens, like, and they come see me all the time. That's more like acceptable. But it's like new people. And with what I do for work, there's like slow periods, and then there's like times, like random times where it's like super busy.
Tax season.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready for tax season.
Tax season is good. Tax season's always good.
Yeah, so we are in that slower thing, but also I may have mentioned before, like what I do with work, I try to book people out, but with like what I do, people like make appointments last minute. Yeah, it's very last minute. So I can have like a part-time week, like right now for this week, but then last minute I'm gonna have like more filled up, which was stressful when I first started. So if you're starting something like this, just beware. Like that's typically how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have noticed even within that, like I've stayed more like busy.
Yeah.
And like
I think it helps too that, and I don't know if you did this before, but I think now that you're coming in like more or less every day.
Yeah, I just hang out
like
here.
You hang out here, I feel like it's easier to keep that momentum going.
The funny thing is that since I've been, when I was in Crescent City, I was there too, but I know it's like better to be like in Palaca now. I've had more clientele, I think, because of that.
Yeah.
But there's been one day that I didn't have stuff and I didn't come in, and I had people like message me. But I'm here like all the time, and I rarely have, like, it's more like the day before that people message me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's good.
How's your business?
It's booming. Business is booming. No, it's really kind of slow right now.
So give me the money.
Give me the money. No, so real estate is going through a seasonality phase, which is completely normal. But because I just recently got into real estate, I haven't experienced it yet, because during like COVID and coming out of COVID, there was no real seasonality. Like just everything was selling.
Yeah.
So now we're going into like some normal trends that you see throughout the year. So now is kind of like the time that I am going to have to like buckle in and really really focus on business so that I can make sure that come, the next 3-6 months, I still have business coming in. So, shameless plug, if you're in the market to buy, sell, or invest, holla at your girl. I saw there was, I love all the corny real estate stuff because there is ample. You have to think, the people in real estate, generally speaking, are 50, 60-year-old women who love corny stuff. They're the ones who dress their grandkids up so tacky, and you know what I mean? They're that person. So I love looking at all the
white ladies.
Yes. They so naturally there's all this stuff geared to them as far as marketing goes, and there's one, and it was I forget what it was. It was a Halloween one, but it was holler at your girl, but it was Halloween. It was Halloween on the thing.
Oh my god.
And then in the breakdown it was if you're in the market to buy, sell, or invest, or thinking about figuring out something with your home, holla at your girl. Happy Halloween. And
Halloween?
Halloween.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
So, question, with there are so many people that are in real estate right now, and kind of same thing with me. There's so many people, and people ask me I just started offering classes to teach people.
I love that, yeah.
But I get you're not worried about them stealing clients, and one you work with women and men. There's not a lot of men that do what we do here in Palatka, at least. But the competition thing. Do you have a competition, or is just not
For me, I look at. Don't get me wrong. I'm the type. I'm very competitive, and ignore me. I have no makeup on today, so y'all ignore that. But anyways, I'm super competitive naturally.
There's a fly.
That was the slowest attempt to kill a fly I've ever seen in my life. She's anyways, but no, so. I want to beat everyone, but really what I'm tracking is my numbers from last year, my numbers from before, my numbers from 6 months ago, last month, and I really try and beat those. That's kind of my main goal.
But do you think other people are it's a competitive business?
I think it's a competitive business, especially here in Palatka. There's a lot of people who have houses listed for sale, as far as realtors go, that aren't from Putnam County. And every time I see one of those signs, I'm where were they at? Why did they make this connection and I didn't?
Yeah.
Of course, every time I see a sign for a listing and it's not me, I'm you bitch. I love you. And I'm glad for you, but still.
Notice that, people who are also, real estate agents, are they, I don't know, welcoming. Are they nicer?
Are they catty?
Yeah.
Oh my God, realtors are so catty. I feel part of the requirement for this job is you kind of have to have.
You have to be a bitch.
No, you have to have some drama in you.
Oh my God.
You have to. I feel and there's a lot of people who aren't welcoming, and then there's a lot of people who are really welcoming. Yeah. So it just kind of depends, and of course, whoever you put in your crowd, that's who you're gonna have. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, yes, this is a very catty.
And I think too, because business. We said, that age range, that
yes,
and it's usually that age range.
Yeah, because they are very well established and have been selling real estate, their whole entire life. Which, let me make one thing clear: my goal is not to sell real estate till I'm 80.
This is just, you're in the season right now.
This is, I want to be in real estate, and I'll occasionally sell houses when I'm older. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But the real reason I got into real estate is because I want to start investing in real estate, and I want to help other people invest in their portfolio for real estate. My goal is to help y'all make money off real estate, because realistically, that is where every millionaire has their money tied up.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it.
You can't go wrong with real estate. Yeah. It's always going to be an asset. Unless we have some huge, knock on wood, fallout and America falls to pieces and burns to the ground.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, you're going to make your money back off real estate. So that's why I got into this. And I'm trying to, everyone I talk to, especially first-time home buyers and stuff, we always try and look for an option that they could live there for a year, maybe 2 years, and then turn around and rent it out and then go again. But that's where I'm at passion-wise. It's not the actual process of selling homes, which sounds terrible. But I'm good at it, and when I'm doing it, I do give it my best effort and do a good job at it. But really, that's not why I got into real estate. It's to help y'all make money through real estate. So.
Yeah, because you understood it and you want to help other people.
Yeah. That, and I'm coming from the car business where everything you buy depreciates. So it's nice to kind of turn around and flip that and help y'all make some money after y'all bought a bunch of depreciating assets with me. Thank you.
So we're kind of like we said at the beginning, just going off a whim, but so like your long-term goals for that is just...
Yeah, so I want to actively pursue and sell real estate probably for 15 years, you know, and then by that time I want to have...
And you'll be the sugar mama.
Yeah. Yeah, but I still want a sugar daddy, though, so sorry, Michael. I still want a sugar daddy and whatnot, but no, I want to sell real estate for like 15 years or so, and then after that, I'll just have, by that time, I'll have rental houses and rental income and things like that so that I can just kind of be floating in Fiji and making money.
Yeah. So
and I feel like, sorry, I'm cutting you off, but I feel like in America, like that's the American dream, and a lot of people think, oh, working my 9 to 5 is how I get there. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not. That's not how you're going to get into the American dream.
Most of the time, that 9 to 5, like, you can only go so far up.
You can only go so far up. You're capped on money, and the amount of money that you make at a 9 to 5 now, let's just be honest, it's not enough to survive.
No.
A lot of y'all probably relate to that. And if you don't have some kind of, I hate to say side hustle, because it shouldn't be like a side piece, but... But, like, you have to have something to generate more income nowadays. And if you're not getting ahead of that, like, you're going to miss out in America.
No, exactly.
Do you feel like in your business, because, like, let's be honest, that is how America grows, is the having businesses where you can, like, self-regulate your income and whatnot. Do you feel like high school helped you out at all when it comes to anything you're doing in your business and becoming successful?
Fuck no. Fuck no. And I always see these memes on Facebook about like geometry and like just shit like that. It's like I not once in my life have applied like math from it. I don't really think I've really had to apply anything from school.
No, and I don't think I have either. Like basic math, but I mean, even that, most of the time you just plug it into a calculator that's built to do, like...
Exactly, which is sad, but again, like, that's literally what we have them for.
And because of that, like, I've realized that, and because of it, I am not as hard on Kyla about school as a lot of parents. Like, yeah, I still want you to do well and whatnot, but at the same time, like, if you don't know how to spell a word, which she's struggling with spelling right now, part of me is like, hey, you have to learn this, and part of me is like, everything has spell check now anyway, so what does it matter? Like, she can just click the button.
I do wish I could spell better.
Do you?
Yeah. But I would say, like, the math and stuff. I feel like all the basics are good. But when it comes to math, like, literally, they do it completely different than we did, like, from now until then. So, what?
But see, I loved math. Math was my jam.
I know, I'm the worst at math.
I loved math. I hated, like, reading and history. Oh my god. Which now that I'm older, I feel like history is probably the most beneficial subject that we had in school. And I hated it.
I wish that, like, they would have done more with, like, the history and stuff, because like, in school, like, we should have learned more on, like, the spelling, because I'm a dumb bitch. But
don't you feel like you can get around that, though, in today's, like, don't you feel like it doesn't really matter?
I feel like it does, though. Yes, it's spell check, but, like, and it's probably always going to be there.
When do you run into an instant when you don't have
when
spell
I'm
check?
talking to someone and I'm like, hold on 1 second, please, I have to go check my phone, just type in and see how you spell it. We should have, like, more, like, economics and, like, history and stuff, because
I think we need tax classes. I think
we don't do checkbooks, but I do think it is, like, something that should be, like, managing money, and, like, they should just kind of, like, go through that. I don't remember, like, managing money or anything like that. But
see, here's the other thing. So, like, I also realized that, like, you're not going to have an entrepreneur go to a high school and teach a class and that be their full-time career. So like,
but they could.
They could, but they wouldn't, because it wouldn't make money unless they just really felt like they needed to give back. And then locking them into that schedule may be hard too. But at the same time, like, you have, like, college, they teach classes on business classes and how to run a business. Well, you got to think, you're learning these like, what to do on these subjects from a teacher who's never ran a business. So, like, in the back of my head, it's like, you know, even stuff like that, like, degrees like that are so pointless, because it's like, you're not really learning anything from this guy. Like,
yeah, but I do feel like in high school and stuff like that, they should be more of, like, when you get out on your own, like, anything about credit. Like, no, like, that's, like, the biggest thing that I hear of, like, people. No one understands or, like, has, like, a...
Working at the dealership for 7 years, like, I've learned, like, no one knows anything about credit. And it's not their fault. Like true... Well, I mean, yes, it is their fault. They should have looked into it. But when you're 18 and you're just getting started and you have no idea the significance that it had, like, credit has, like, I would have to explain, and also I would have to tell them, like, obviously, like, I'm not official at this. But, like... Take care of your credit. Baby your credit more than anything. I'd rather you have credit than money.
Well, then another thing, too, is, like, not getting into politics, but you should know, like, the stuff when it comes to politics. Yeah. Just because my mom, my fucking grandma, and whoever voted this way doesn't mean... I mean... I think that you should have, obviously, like, your own opinion on it, but people are just like, oh, I'm just voting for this person just because... like the very like small like aspect just because they heard from somebody. But I feel like there should be more of like when you go and vote, the
ballot.
Yeah, well, but the different like sections that they have on it, like this amendment like is voting for this, like, do you even know what it is? And I can like assure you that 99% of people don't know what they're voting for.
And that's where marketing comes into play. I love marketing is literally such a beautiful thing. So a lot of people will vote solely based off of signs that they've seen and that have got engraved into their brain without them even realizing.
Or they know that person and they're going to vote for them.
Yes. So marketing is genius. Marketing has great power, but I do think there should be some kind, and maybe this is something that I wouldn't want to do it, but maybe this is something someone would want to offer, is just like, because you can go and you can get a ballot online and sample what it looks like. A lot of people don't know that. And you can read through it and then get familiar with what you're actually going to be voting on before you go vote. But maybe someone should offer like a class that's like, hey, this is what it is and this is what you're actually voting for. But the issue with that is then people would bring their political views into it.
And that's a sad thing.
Yeah, it would be a biased class. So I don't know. There's like catch-22s, but I think everyone should do their own research and be a... You know,
it needs to be someone that's like in the middle, but yeah, but I think like as an American, that's like your duty. Like you're supposed to vote. You're supposed to make sure that you do your due diligence on learning what these things are you're voting on, and then you should make an informed decision based off of your research you're gathering and your opinion based on that. Exactly.
To further benefit you via voting.
And not just from like, oh, this person said this person said this. Like, actually do your research.
Yeah.
And again, I need to follow through with that too. But like, do your research because you need to know what you're voting for. And that makes a big difference. And I know like people say, oh, it doesn't really matter because like at the end of the day, they're going to
do what they want anyways.
They're going to pick like whoever they want to be in office. And maybe that is the case, but you should be doing your own research.
But the thing is, like, if you're one of those people who say that, but then you still participate none and you still give none as far as, you know, going and doing what you're supposed to do as far as voting goes, like, I don't want to hear you bitch or complain about anything. Like, if I go vote and then the other person gets in and everything they say is complete trash and garbage and they're running the country to the ground, then I can complain. But if you didn't even vote, it's like...
You have no say.
You basically voted for them. Like, you helped none.
Yeah.
Anyways, politics is something we should stay away from because I will get...
No, but I do think that you should be smart and, like...
do your due diligence, people. Do your freaking due diligence.
Okay, so next topic.
Okay, so Maggie has always been really finicky about some things.
Oh, God.
Lots of things. But I've done some very terrible things to Maggie, too. Like, things
She's the worst.
Best friends probably shouldn't do to best friends, but, I mean... Yeah, anyways, we won't even get into that. But Maggie is weird about sneezes. Is anyone else, like, weird about sneezes? Spit, too, but spit I feel like is a normal one. But sneezes. Maggie thinks she can smell sneezes.
It literally has a smell to it. Yeah, I don't know. Sneeze just, like, it just has a smell to it. And I remember going back, and I don't think we've talked about the things that you've done to me. Have we?
I mean, we probably should, but... Okay,
so I remember in middle school, this bitch like knew I didn't like. I'm still weird about it, but I literally let you have like try my drink, and I try not to think about it.
Well, I drank out of the side of the cup because I knew you're weird. I
didn't know. So in middle school, she would literally like I would buy a Gatorade or something, and this fucking bitch would go drink it because she knew I would like. I literally would not because I would throw up. She would drink it, so I would.
I got so much free food and free drinks. God, I was so mean out of Maggie because I knew like she would she wouldn't. Like if I touched
it's just
it.
the thought of like her spit
it's
in my
the thought
mouth.
of her. You heard what she said.
I don't know. So what are weird things for you?
This is so mean, and I'm sorry for anyone who has lost a finger, appendage, anything, but nubs freak me out.
Like finger nubs, all nubs?
All nubs.
Okay, so...
all nubs.
Yeah.
I don't know why they freak me out. Like, even my dog's tail has been chopped, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit. Like, if I touch it, I'm like...
That's so funny.
And I feel bad, because it's like... especially people who, like, lost their whatever in a very tragic event that they had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
And then I'm, like, freaked out by him.
Being
And it's
an
like,
asshole.
God, Cassie, you're a bitch.
You're going to hell.
Yeah, seriously.
Old people freak me out.
But the idea of one, like...
Ugh.
it just...
So that makes me think of that Halloween movie. He has the strong hand.
Stop.
And it's like this.
My strong hand. I know exactly what you're saying.
But that's what that freaks me out. But also old people. But not just like
Old people.
Not just like older people. But I'm talking about like nursing home, like that kind.
The people who are like, and it's sad. The people who are like if they were a dog, you would have put them down.
Oh my god.
Do you know what I mean though? Like
Hospice
the people who are
kind.
like literally have no quality of life left.
No, they
Or like drooling on themselves and stuff.
Ew.
Like I just feel bad for
No, that
them. I
freaks
don't
me
know
out.
that I would want to be in that.
No.
I don't know that I would want to be like that. Because it would, I don't know, that just seems like it would be miserable to me. Like absolutely miserable. Maggie also is freaked out by ASMR. Do y'all? I'm
I've
curious.
heard about that one.
I feel like everyone loves it. I've never heard anyone say they don't.
It literally, you just saying that, my ears are like cringing.
So if I was like
Stop it.
slobbering this mic right now, would it jack you up?
I know. Like that is so weird to me. I'm dying. Stop.
Can you hear that?
No, yes.
Could you hear me swallowing on this?
Yes.
I should do ASMR videos. Like, I just love it. I love it.
No.
Like, tickles my brain.
So there is one like Indian lady I've seen on TikTok and she does the whoosh, like for you to go to bed and stuff. That one did. Did you like what I did there?
Do that one more time.
So, my ears are cringing now. I don't know. That isn't as bad to me. But like any other ASMR, like freaks me out. I don't know. Again, the autistic part of me, it cannot handle it.
Little touch of the tism. Little tism there.
Yeah. So that's all I can think of that bothers me. I'm sure there's a lot of other things.
I can't.
So there is sometimes like lettuce. If I have like,
I don't fuck with lettuce. I don't fuck with lettuce.
But like Taco Bell, you get a quesadilla and there's a little piece of lettuce in there that wasn't supposed to be. It tastes like a love bug to me.
Yes, it tastes like chlorine water, or it's just wrong. Lettuce is
but
not
it's only
good.
if it's like, I like lettuce.
No.
But if it's that one little strand of lettuce they put in there, it tastes like a bug to me. I don't even know why.
And it's usually like been heated, so then it's like
Ew.
weird consistency. I got a salad from somewhere in town that everyone loves, so I won't mention the place because I know their food typically doesn't do this, but that salad was fucking terrible.
Oh god.
It was a really nice place too, and I love this place. And I got this salad, and it was a chicken Caesar salad, and I was like, oh, it'll be good because I've been on my diet. I've been
doing good
I've
on
been
it?
working out. No, I fucking did
God.
terrible last week. But I also started my period, so that's my excuse. And I'm sticking to it. But anyways, yeah. So I got the salad, and just like they laid the chicken on the bed of lettuce too soon, and
It was too hot?
the chicken like wilted the lettuce, and it was
Ew.
it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible, and yeah, so that was really depressing for me because I was low key really excited about it. And the other thing is I really like Caesar dressing, but I only like the artificial shit. Like, I don't want fresh Caesar dressing where they mash up sardines in it and stuff.
See, you've told me that before, but I don't think I've ever had one like that.
Don't. It'll absolutely ruin you. Like, I was going to get a
weird.
Caesar salad at the Melting Pot the other day, and then I remembered that Caesar salad, and I was like, never mind.
I think the best Caesar salad I've ever had is from what is the place we go to in St. Augustine? Salt Life. They have
Salt Life,
like a bomb-ass Caesar salad.
It's probably made with artificial chemicals.
But
so, random interactions. I bought the connector for my phone and whatnot so that we can go out in public and do random interviews, random interactions with people. And I have yet to do it because I keep drawing blanks. I have some ideas, but like I want to make sure these are fun for y'all. These are going to be like TikTok Reels size videos. These aren't going to be like full-length videos. So if you have any ideas on like things we could ask, things we could do, games we could do, like we have a whiteboard, and I was like, how funny would it be if we did like, what is it called, where you like draw something and they have to guess what it is, or like flip it and make them do it, make them draw something and we have to guess what it is, because like most people, like Maggie doesn't understand, but most people suck at drawing. She does not. So if you have any ideas for things we could throw in to like a TikTok reel size, things you would think are funny to ask people. Someone tagged me in one that was like Trump or Kamala, and asking people in Palaca that. I'm like, I don't know about asking people in Palaca that. Yeah, that could go one way or another.
That would be funny to back to like our other conversation. Which one and why?
So
and just like listen to like the stupidity.
So my thing, but the thing is, like, I don't want to make people in Palaca look stupid, but I think these would be so fun. Is like the ones where it's like, you know, when that guy who used to interview the kids and he worked at a daycare and it was like, Tamika, are you smart?
Yeah,
I think it would be so fun to do that with adults and be like, Carter, are you smart? I don't even know Carter. Carter, are you smart? And then he's like, yeah, I'm smart. And then you ask him like, all right, what's the capital of the U.S.? And he's like, Denver. Yeah, and that is not right. And I would, the issue is, I don't want to make anyone in town like that, but God, that would be so funny.
Yeah, no, I think that's the way that we should go, for sure.
So yeah, I want to do those. So if y'all have any ideas,
also
help you girl out.
For us to be able to keep going with like conversational pieces, we need you guys to interact with us and send us emails. There's a messenger on Facebook that I think that you can send us stuff on too if you don't email. But that just helps us like with keeping good content and just
talk about what y'all want to hear. Even if, so I'm even cool with like if y'all see a Facebook post and it's like, ooh baby, that's getting some juice. Like there was one the other day that wasn't in Palaca, and that's fine, it doesn't have to be here. That a cop was called to shut down this little girl's lemonade stand, and don't even get me started on how I feel about that, because this is not, we ain't got enough time left in the camera. But things like that, if you see something like that you want to hear us talk about and give our opinion on, let us know.
I did see Jazzy's dance studio, they were doing their car wash and holding up signs. Somebody called and reported them saying that they were holding up political signs.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was like, what?
Y'all are fucking stupid. Like, I hope you're watching this. Like, come on.
It was literally kids. Like, what?
My thing is, like, these kids are out doing things that are going towards their hobby, sport, whatever, to better themselves, so that they're involved in something, so that they're not sitting inside playing video games, being little freaking weirdos. And
I think that this is the best way for kids to do it. Like, going and bagging groceries and
having
doing that is so much better than just, like, I have done it too, posting a little thing like, hey, you can donate. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that because I've done it too. But like seeing kids out there like actually working for it. I think they should have to work for it.
Exactly. I think they should have to work for it. I think that
fuck you, whoever called and reported.
Seriously, y'all are shitty individual. But I think having them interact and have like the social interaction with people is very important too. Because without that, when they get into the world and they've been isolated and they're in their room playing their video games for forever, like they're not going to know what to do talking to people.
Exactly.
So anyways, poop on you. And then what else? There are some events coming up locally. Let me pull them back up so that so a event that's coming up, well, it'll be past by the time this airs, but Old Lady Bingo. Oh, that was what I wanted to talk about. Side note. Do y'all think that we should have a version of the show? I don't know if y'all have seen Trailer Trash Tammy, but maybe have one of these a month that we do like our alter ego. I feel like that would be so fun. Have like a round table talk. And I have 4 of these mics, so like we can throw other people in here.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
If y'all are ever interested in dressing up and just acting stupid. And I mean, I get it, we're getting old, so we probably shouldn't do that as much anymore, but I feel like it's important to still act stupid. I'm not trying to age mentally. That sounded really stupid, but y'all know what I mean. But anyways, so bingo is coming up. That's going to be Wednesday. We're recording this on Tuesday, so it's going to be tomorrow. Y'all, it'll already be done. But I hope everyone who doesn't come to bingo or doesn't try to come to bingo, I hope y'all see how much fun we have at bingo, because y'all are missing out.
I'll be one of those watching just.
Maggie came to the first bingo though, but it's a lot for Maggie.
Dang, I wish I could be one of those people to go, but I came for the first one.
She did come for the first one, but this one is going to be Granny Bingo. So I say Granny Bingo. It's elders gone wild. Yeah. So like ideally, people are going to dress up as old people. Fingers crossed they do, because
I'm excited to see the pictures.
I'm dressing up as an old person, and I want to make TikToks and whatnot off of it. And there's going to be a backdrop, and anyways, I just hope it's pretty successful. But we do bingo every third Wednesday of the month. So next month I believe it's going to be a Halloween theme, so this gives y'all adults a reason to dress up. Don't come in nothing raunchy
being
though.
Coochie.
Don't come in there looking raunchy. There's kids.
Oh my god.
We have Stampede Saturday. That's going to be happening Saturday, obviously. That's going to be at Beef's as well from 10, I want to say, to 1. It's going to be line dancing. So we've been talking with Jazzy in town, who has all that jazz. She is thinking about, and it has to make sense for her, so don't y'all go messaging her. But she's thinking about possibly teaching line dancing at Beef's. And that way, whenever we do these Saturday events and there's the line dancing, and I'm talking fun line dancing. I'm not talking about like, just the watermelon crawl or anything. Like, this is going to be fun stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all are able to participate and whatnot.
I think that's a fun, like, neat little idea for Palatka.
Well, see, I don't, and it's because I've lived in Orlando, and then I came back here. So Orlando has Cowboys. Cowboys is
I've never been,
rockin'.
but I've heard.
Well, you would have went if you stayed up for your birthday night. But anyways, Cowboys is moving, and it's so fun. They have a dance floor. They have like 4 or 5 actual bars within Cowboys. And why does Palatka, our little country hick town, not have somewhere that's like a fun country bar? Like, I don't get it. We have biker bars everywhere, but like...
And I hear of something social that's in like Fleming area.
Southern Social.
Yeah, that. I've never been to that either, but I've heard that it's like pretty cool.
That one's the same idea, and a lot of people from Palatka go to Southern Social, and Southern Social is basically like a baby Cowboys. Cowboys is this shit. And anyone who has heard my idea for Palatka Pork House, that's still my retirement plan, and I'm not telling y'all my plan because y'all will steal it.
They will.
On Saturday is also the Trey Wilkinson benefit.
Yes.
If you're able to go to that, I would invite you to. I think that is for an awesome cause.
Yes.
And then the last thing, I'm kind of telling y'all about this one kind of far out, but I am hosting a trunk or treat at Beck Chevy GMC. They don't have Buick anymore. So if you are a church, if you are just a person, if you are in a group, if you're in a club, if you're on a team, if you're a business, and you're interested in hosting a trunk or treat, get with me. We do have quite a few people already signed up, but obviously the parking lot at Beck Chevrolet is huge. Like, let's fill it up, because the thing with trick-or-treating, and I try and trick-or-treat around town every year, and we have like 2 actual neighborhoods in town, 2 or 3. I think there's Tierra Woods, there's where Holden lives. I forget the name of that. And then there is the one where Allison's dad used to live.
Yes.
That's like the 3 neighborhoods we have in town to trick or treat. So everyone goes there, and I mean, they do a phenomenal job. But there's not a ton of neighborhoods like there is in Orlando. So I feel like let's have something fun.
Yes, and before Beck is Trunk or Treat, I think, downtown too. So go to Trunk or Treat downtown, and I think right after go. Yeah,
because they get all the goodies. What do they call it here? Boo on the Avenue.
That's it.
And that's always super successful. So y'all, like, come make your laps down here, and that's from 3 to 5. I think, right?
Add a post for that. I think so. I don't. Yeah, we can add it to the post.
But I think it's from 3 to 5, and then the one at Beck starts, and it's from 5 to 7.
Yeah.
So make sure you hit both. I mean, it's a fun way to get, because a lot of people don't look forward to trick-or-treating, so
it's a safe place, and it's like all down here.
Yeah, it's all in one stop, and it's easy, fun for your kids to get a shit ton of candy, and then you'd be able to go home before a super late hour.
Exactly.
So anyways, always check your kids' candy for crazy shit, because people are wild. Even though it's people down here, like, you never know if somebody slips some candy into their basket, whatever. But yeah, I think that's all we got for the day. If you have any questions, thoughts, any conversations you want to hear us talk about, anything, if you just want to shoot us a message and tell us we're stupid, do that too. We can talk about that on here. I don't care. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. But email us at buttdialedpodcast@gmail.com, or drop a comment if you're watching on YouTube. I think that's it.
That's it.
We'll talk to y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.